Hello, Jen here with a sketch it layout for the Crafty Maven Getaway. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope you all had wonderful holidays and have started off 2019 with a bang. I am doing a sketch it video for my first layout this month. So there you can see the sketch that I've chosen. That comes from the Rediscover Your Stash challenge group that I'm in. That is their January sketch. And then I also have the inspiration piece for the month from Crafty Maven Getaway. I just love all of those pastel colors, and I don't know, it really reminds me of winter, so I can't wait to use that some more. I'm going to try my best to use it with this layout. I'm going to go traditional Christmas because this is a picture of Santa, but I am going to pull in some of those other colors to kind of get a little bit of a rainbow here. So I'm just going through bits and pieces. I have so much Christmas stuff. I know we all do, right? And I'm just trying to get it all used up. So I did not buy a single new piece of Christmas paper this year. No new collections, no new stamps, no new anything, nothing. I need to use up my stash. So you can see I'm kind of going through. I'm looking for those pastel colors, pinks, reds, mints, greens, blues. I'm going to get some yellow in there. I'm just pulling out things that I think are cute. I have that circle that says naughty or nice. I have this circle with Santa on it. I have a gold circle that says believe. I literally just throw all of my Christmas stuff together. And yeah, I don't scrap by collection when it comes to most of these themes. I know I said that a few times in the fall. If you go back and look at some of my fall layouts, it's the same thing. Everything goes together. You know, fall stuff is fall stuff. Sometimes it might have more of a vintage feel to it, or maybe more cutesy and cartoony. But in the end, the colors always match, and things just, you make things work. So I find for me, my stuff stretches a lot further if I just mix it all up. Out of that iris container, I pulled a flare that says, "Oh dear." And it has a picture of a deer. It's just really cute. I was looking for stuff that kind of went with the theme a little bit, you know, of my mom and Santa having a little smooch. So I'll go ahead and cut off my branding strip. It's from Photoplay. I know that was quick, sorry. From Photoplay, it's called Dear Santa. I have a few pieces from this collection. And now I have to find the piece. In the sketch, there's like two large pieces right in the center. So one is my photo, and I have to figure out that second piece. And I end up actually not having my photo count as one of these because I just couldn't make it work. I don't know. I didn't make them as big as they are in the sketch, and I think that threw everything off for me. So I'm going to use... Well, you can't see it now because I have it flipped on the wrong side. But I'm going to use one of those cards, and then I'm going to use that green holly side. And then for the little strip of paper at the top and the bottom, I'm going to use these two pieces here. Because I figured the work's already done for me, kind of. So there you can see I have that red one with the tag. And then I have this strip at the top. I just really liked that tab. I thought it kind of worked nicely. And I'll cut that in half so that I have the two pieces. And you can see here how I'm struggling to just kind of make everything fit together. We get there in the end though, I promise. And then that bottom strip, I just really liked the Santa. I thought it was cute. And it says, a jolly Christmas, so... it just kind of worked out nice. And I think that the dark element kind of grounds everything. So, yeah. So after fussing for a bit, I just said to myself, you know what? Go ahead and stick something down. That's so important for me. And it's a piece of advice I give to scrapbookers all the time when I'm teaching classes or when they ask for suggestions. Whenever I'm struggling or I find that I'm getting too fussy about things, I pick one thing that I am committing to and I just stick it down. And I feel like once I've done that, I've really opened myself up to being able to get everything else pulled together. So I saved you some of that fussing. You really didn't miss much, but I kind of put all of my little elements together, and then I realized that my picture just wasn't standing out as much as I wanted it to. So I'm going to mat it on this piece of paper. This is just a red and white stripe, a really thin red and white stripe, which is why it's hard to see it on the screen. And the red is sort of in that salmon or that pinkish color, so it really matches the background. At the place where my dad works, it's this really fun kind of farm, and it's a farmer's market, and they always do the llama in scarves pictures, so it's really cute. So when Santa was there, I got to snap a few pictures of the two of them. My kids think it's so awesome that we are related to one of Santa's elves. So they know that my dad is not the real Santa, that he's one of Santa's elves. And so they thought it was so cool. They were super proud to watch him do that. And we went on a sleigh ride with him, and they loved that the other kids were just so enthralled with their grandpa, and they were really, really good about calling him Santa, not giving it away, and yeah, it was kind of sweet. So you can see I put a piece of washi tape up there just to break up some of the green in that top left-hand corner, and now I'm just going to start putting all of these elements together. I'm trying to keep in mind with the sketch that everything kind of goes from the bottom left down a little bit, and then that sort of top right up a little bit. It's really easy to just fall into that 3 embellishment cluster habit that I have, and so I really had to focus on the fact that I only needed 2. And I think I kind of cheated a little bit, because I think technically I do have 3, but it's okay. And I'm just trying to make sure that I have a little bit of each color in each of those clusters too. So there's a little blue and pink and red. This is a little banner that says, I think it says Merry and Bright. No, Holly Jolly. And then that flare is going to go up on the side there. I know I end up covering Santa's head. Don't worry, I do fix that. Those chipboard holly leaves kind of bring in a little bit of yellow. They're much more of a mustard than a true green, so that kind of brings in some yellow. And really the reason I have that cluster right there that I just put that banner on, that banner says, "Oh Santa." The reason I have that is because I stuck that sticker down when I was just playing, and I couldn't get it to peel back up, so I just went with it. Sometimes you just have to let things happen the way they happen, right? So now I'll do this cluster up at the top. And again, I just have a little of the pink and the red and the blue and some minty green. I'm going to stick a sticker right there that says ho ho ho. That piece is a chipboard, so I just have to take the backing off of it. And then I have, from that sticker sheet, you can see that there is some actual yellow and some dark blue, and so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to throw a little bit of that into the layout. It's not a lot, it doesn't really scream for your attention, but it's just enough to have that kind of unexpected pop of color, and it kind of gives us a little bit more of that rainbow element. So to make sure I had some of that in my little cheater cluster, I found there was sort of like a blue semicircle and then just a little yellow snowflake. So I'm just going to put some of this green down here. I felt like there was so much green at the top and just not a lot of green down at the bottom. So I just had to cut it apart because my wreaths were going the wrong way and I wanted my bows to be the right way. So oh, hello Salem. Oh, I've changed spots. You can see I have a black desk behind or underneath me now. I've changed spots for my scrapbooking and it doesn't really matter. Salem's always going to find me. He always has to jump up there and say hello. So I did have some gold stars. I don't know if you saw, I had originally pulled those out and I lost one of them. I couldn't find it anywhere. I pretty much tore apart my layout trying to figure out where it is. I think it's in behind one of my pieces of paper that I glued down. So I decided instead of just using 2 stars, I would look for some gold hearts because I have that little circle that says believe down at the bottom, and so I did need 2 more pieces of gold. There you can see I fixed my flare. So it's not covering Santa's face anymore. So yes, I found some gold hearts. Actually, that was probably the better choice anyways, because this is kind of a lovey-dovey layout. Oh, I don't know what I did there. I totally cut that heart wrong. I was laughing at myself, so I tried to fix it, and I didn't do much of a good job fixing it, but I'm just going to go with it anyways. My parents are a little wonky, so why not have a wonky heart, right? And then the finishing touch is some sequins. So I have this like giant plastic container filled with random sequins. They're all Christmas collections that I've gotten at some point or another. There's, you know, Studio Calico and random card kits when you used to get card kits. And they would throw in a little bit of sequins, and so everything just kind of got thrown into this container, and it's filled with reds and greens and blues and all Christmassy colors. So I'm just being very random about what I'm picking, and each little cluster is totally different. But so to finish it up, I'm just going to put my title. I'm going to use I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, and this is my thicker stash, and I don't pull it out nearly enough to know what thickers I really have, honestly. So I just grabbed the first few that worked for me. So these 2 fonts that you saw, they both come from Walmart. They were just random stickers that I got. I think they were $1 each. And then the Kissing comes from Ink and Twine. It's that really cool rubber texture, so I really like those ones. And the I Saw is kind of like a fabric almost, and it's glittery. So lots of different textures and different, you know, look to each of the words. So it's definitely a goal for me for 2019 to get this stash used up and work on getting titles onto my layouts a little bit more. And that is it. That's my layout for this week. All the links will be down below to the blog and to my Instagram, where you can see some still shots of this layout. And if you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Talk to you later, everybody. Happy scrapping. Bye.